Good morning, good evening and good afternoon to one and all from a very, very hot UK. It's too hot. Last week I was too cold. We are never satisfied here. So I thought I'd escape the heat and have a look at some stamps from a different place than this cauldron here, that is the UK. And I've gone right to the other end of the earth, obviously, where it may or may not be coming into winter. So what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about New Zealand. So here we have a character pointing to a volcano and the sun is having a look. You get the idea. This is actually where I keep my New Zealand stamps as I'm going through the arts and crafts boxes. So I tend to keep them to one side. I've got a collection of royalty stamps with regards to New Zealand, but I thought it's about time to get these cracked open and maybe set up a little page so that as I'm going along I can add to it. And before you know it, I've said it many times, you know, within a couple of weeks you've got quite a nice little presentation. You've got a couple of pages of stuff. And as usual, I will hinge them to a piece of card paper, put them behind a plastic cover, put them in the folder and write a little bit, just a little bit, not too much. I may write a little piece about New Zealand, just to set it off a bit maybe at the top. But otherwise, it's as simple as that. I don't want to make it too complicated. So we'll remove this and we'll have a look at the beginning of the beginning. Not sure if Churchill went to New Zealand. Maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe that's something I can ask AI later on. So what am I starting with? Well, as you can see, I haven't actually written New Zealand down on anything because I thought this map stamp would be a fantastic way to begin. And it's a 1982 stamp. It's got the North Island there and the South Island. If that's the South and that's North, what's that one there? I don't know. But it looks as if, I mean, that island, if that was one island, I mean, there's some stuff gone on there, isn't there? Some geographical and tectonic stuff gone on over a number of years. Millions of years, I'd suggest. 24C, is that the temperature of the place? No, I'd suggest that's 24 cents, because that would be their denomination. So what am I looking at? Well, I do have other stamps, but I decided to start off with a page of scenics. So beautiful views, places that are worth visiting, places where the geography is stunning. And as we know, many films have been filmed in New Zealand simply for the unspoiledness and also the beauty of it. So we'll have a look. 55C. I'm not sure what that says here, but we can read it here. 1986 stamp, cancelled. Used, in other words. Knight's Point on South Island. So that would be this one here. And it's on the west coast. So it'll be around about here somewhere, maybe. And you can see that beautiful beach. Wouldn't it be fantastic? Superb. If we could be on that beach. Wow. Though it may be a little bit colder there as I speak. I don't know. Okay, next stamp. 2018 to you and me. This is the Tonga Putorino Rock. And this is in Taranaki. Now, as you can see, I'm fluent in Maori. But I'm going to give it a pretty good shot. Tonga Purutu. Forget that A there. That was an error. That A should be a U. Tonga Putorino Rock in Taranaki. And as you can see, it's quite rocky there. Rocky. And this is $3, so quite an expensive stamp. It is on paper. Yeah, so it's been, well, it's, you know, someone's had use out of it. We come to the next stamp, which is 23 cents, 1970. So we go back in time in Egmont National Park, Taranaki. Interestingly, Taran in Welsh is thunder. So I wonder if there's some sort of crossover here between, I doubt it, between the Maori language and the Welsh language. I don't know. But I do believe that this year, Egmont National Park did translate its name into the Maori language, which is fantastic. So it's good to keep the old Egmont, but it's also good to have the original name of this national park. And what we could be looking at there is snow. So is that snow in New Zealand? Could well be. Therefore that suggests skiing as well, maybe. I know New Zealand is full of sporty types. Okie dokie, what have we got next? Well, here we have Tonga Porutu Cliffs, Taranaki. So I suggest that there also comes here, a 40 centre. By that I mean there's 40 cents on this. 2002, so it is actually it's actually 4 years after that one. Excuse the camera. We've got lots of cliffs and birds, I'm sure, and shells and crashings of waves, rocks and things, sand hills and rings. And yeah, it looks a great little stamp, that. Okay, next, here we have a fascinating photography stamp. So this was taken by somebody for a beautiful sunsets series, and there's fire in the sky, isn't there? And it celebrates the Cambridge. Unbelievably, we've got a Cambridge here in the UK. It's the bridge on the River Cam. Anyway, it must have been transferred over to New Zealand. Somebody, maybe from Cambridge, decided that it would be a good place to name, to carry the name too. Anyway, this stamp is 1998, Cambridge, Waikato. Waikato. Interesting. Yeah, so we see a lot of red in the sky. Quite dramatic. Next, we've got the 2001 bungee jumping in Queensland. 100 years of something or other, it says there. 40 centre. 2001. Been a bit bent there. It has been cancelled. It's been used, this stamp. So I thought that was quite nice. Don't know where Queensland is, whether north or south. I put all these through Google Lens, and I basically have decided whatever it gives me, unless it's obviously wrong, I will be sort of using it as a guide, if nothing else. Okay, New Zealand, Tonga Riro. Now I wonder if Tonga is the same word as the island of Tonga. I suspect it is. I think the race of people were all over, the South Pacific, and I don't know, what do I know? But it seems pretty likely that it's related in some way. Tongariro National Park, 2003. Now I suspect there's a lot of national parks in New Zealand, and they want to keep it like that. And they want to keep it nice and pristine for the creatures and the geography, for the plants, birds, rocks, things, sand and hills and rings. All that stuff is so precious, and we don't want to lose it. And New Zealand, well, it had been cut off, hadn't it, for 1 million years. So there's animals in New Zealand and Australia that when the Europeans arrived, they had never seen the like, never seen them before. Absolutely amazed. The next stamp, time's moving on a bit. Here we got Egmont National Park again. This is 1996. New Zealand, 10C, anniversary week of something or other. But again, we've got what looks to be, could it be a volcano? I suspect it is. Talking of volcanoes, it's actually what I got. It's what I got the idea for that drawing from. But again, a lot of snow. So we come to the final stamp on this page. This is Lake Rotoua. Lake Rotoua. I'm butchering the Maori language, and if I'm not careful, I'll get into trouble. So it's a lake, anyway. And again, we've got a sunset going on here. We've got constellation. We've got a feather there, black feather. I think there's a lot of these feathers on these stamps because it is a symbol of New Zealand. The kiwi feather, I think it is. $2.40, so prices are rising. 2010, Lake Rotoua. That's a nice stamp. Just show you these other two, just out of interest, because I know you're interested in stamps. Christmas stamps, so I've kept these aside. 1995 stamp, nice Christmas angel there. Michael the Archangel, I'd suggest, who's come to announce. So that's quite nice for my Christmas collection. So I kept that one out. And here we have a 50 cent, so possibly the year after. Can't be sure. Can't quite read the writing. Silent Night is the hymn. Holy Night. I don't think it's got the year. It might have in red. I prefer it when it's big and loud. I can read it. But anyway, those are quite nice couple of Christmas stamps to go in my collection. So, yeah, and one has just fallen out, which looks like Putorino. Putorino. Sounds Italian, isn't. Maori, could it be? What on earth is it? It's something anyway. It's a thing. It is something that maybe is used for creating fire or having something in it, like food. Someone will know, and it will be on AI, and I may get around to looking it up, but probably I won't. So that is it for now. So I thought we'd have a look. You want one more New Zealand stamp? Okay, one has dropped out of the envelope, and it will arrive now. Oh, Peter, come on. Come on, Peter, you're better than that. The good old Titoki. It's a Titoki plant, so with berries. I wouldn't recommend eating them. Older stamp, the oldest we've got here, because this has got 2.5D, so pence. Yeah, so that's quite nice. Titoki bush with berries and that. New Zealand is full of new genuses, well, genuses that are very old and hadn't been recognised by the Europeans, so there is a series of these as well. So we're leaving it at that for now. I'm going to go back out in the sun, get some more sun on my white body, and I'll talk to you next time. Until then, stamp collecting is fun. This is Peter signing out. Adios.